frickin' Hypno. That thing's like, I don't know, it would probably only be free hit KO'd by a bite.
No, exactly. I think that's my biggest pick for you this round, if you have the time. Having the time for that without
really
fainting
like
literally
that.
everything else.
I would really like it.
It counters just about everything.
Setting shit up.
That, and I'm assuming Arcanine were my kind of guesses for you this round. But we'll see how it plays out. Maybe I'll roll Intimidate on my Arbok 3 times in a row.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Oh. But I mean, that also gets countered by Hypno, so.
Yeah, your whole team kind of gets countered by Hypno, just saying.
Yeah, well, no, we're about to find out just how much time either of us are willing to sacrifice towards making our team better for the fights. We're both about to find out.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big yikes. A big yikes, depending on if I get to a certain stretch goal or not.
What are you looking for? I think you're looking to get to Earthquake. If I know you, you're looking to get to Earthquake.
But, I would. I mean, that's not even just it. But
I know. No, I'm still on team. You want to get Hypno and Purify it. I swear. I convinced myself that's what you were going to do. Give it some screens. Let it take on both my main mons. Oh, yeah. I've been scared of it.
Oh, God. This was so tight, the last practice.
No, I am literally buzzer beating my rounds as well. All my practice runs have come down to the last 15 seconds. Rehearsal.
I just can't. I can't have those moments where I have to use a save state for a fucking thunder to hit like half a dozen times in a row.
Yep, that is
for some demented reason that's happened to me at least like a couple of times per session.
Well, that's part of the variance. I mean, there's
at least this round I'll have access to Thunderbolt.
Yep.
Long last, my come along.
Even that almost takes a little efficiency, but yeah. Unless if you're making a detour for it right at the start of Shadow Pokemon Factory, you probably maybe could have had it last round. I don't know if that's possible. I was barely hitting Shadow Pokemon Factory last round. Which is pretty consistent with our progress so far. But anyways, yeah. All right, you ready for the timer?
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, I'm going to start the countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, fuck you.
Thank you, Chef. But okay. There are 2 giant things I need to remember. One was healing right there instead of just rushing upstairs like a dumbass. As soon as I catch the Beedrill over here, I'm going to be loading up the Purify Chamber with a setup of Phanpy, Flaffy, Zubat, Roselia, and purifying the Vulpix, and then doing Phanpy, Vulpix, Spinarak, Carvanha. This gives me 2 full chambers that I plan to be using to get myself an Arcanine and a Beedrill most of the way purified by the end of this round, at which point I think I will have time to go purify them. It's going to be tight, everybody. It's going to be very, very tight. But anyways, here's Beedrill fight. This is the last thing I do before I turn around and make a huge detour out of the Shadow Pokemon Factory. I came into this round before I had practiced thinking this was definitely Patrick's round to win. It's very difficult to make meaningful changes to the team in half an hour where, more or less, I'm not leaving this single location. But through practice, I was finding that I'm just barely able to complete the location alongside some minor detours in which I leave this place and more or less get myself some mons purified in both the Purify Chamber and with Sense. The other big plans are to... Oh, wow. Man, that was lucky. Okay, Ultra Ball. I'm only using Ultra Balls from here on out. There's a sure enough additions to the team. Gosh, what else was I going to say? I'm going to get Double Edge on Breloom. I think one of Patrick's big potential plans is to pick up things that are good against Espeon, but are at best, you know, trying to lean that try to lean too heavily on Body Slam not being good enough. I think is more what I'm trying to say. Oh wow, nice, killing the Togetic in one hit. I don't think it really changes anything, but it depends on if this Psychic kills in one hit, which is always a maybe. Yeah, so now I get a Body Slam and it shortens a turn. Awesome. Okay, so that's super efficient version of what can be a pretty difficult fight if the opponent uses the wrong moves. And by difficult, I don't really mean difficult, I mean annoying. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hightail on out of here. Huge loss of time to make this kind of a detour, but if I was going to do it later in the round, it would have been an even huger loss of time. Also, this is the earliest point at which I have... So, I mean, in the Purify Chamber, I can more or less get 2 max setups with what I have right now. And this is the point where I have 2 new additions to the team. Alongside that being the... I have 2 incredibly weak slots in my team as of last round that I really would like to get rid of. Okay, so just like I rehearsed. Let's go. Lunatone out. Beedrill in. You in. Zubat out. Replace you. You over here, your own chamber. You, Roselia goes after Zubat. You. I'm kind of doing this wrong because I'm supposed to set the Shadow Pokemon in first. And of course, Vulpix, Purify first thing. Purify. It is going to be Phanpy, Vulpix, Spinarak, Carvanha. And I need the arrow to be pointed at Roselia. And last but not least, Vulpix into this box. Max tempo. Wait, I need Carvanha to be what this arrow points at. We're good to go. Let's get back in it. I could, no, I'm just going to get right back in it. Head right back into the Shadow Pokemon lair, and now you're going to watch me absolutely beeline progress. Maybe catching a Shadow Pokemon or 2. We'll see how things play out. A big part of saving time on this is not waiting for all sorts of Pokeball animations. But anyways, it's going to be more or less beelining progress and making sure that the rehearsal actually pays off at this point. Okay, but right now everything is very much rewarding the practice that's gone into these rounds. And now it's time to watch me hopefully absolutely polish off this floor. I'm heading into one of the tougher fights this round, if only because it usually ends up with some reasonably difficult mons to beat for my team, including an Ampharos that is really difficult to either one-hit or two-hit, alongside a Tentacruel that's pretty rare to one-hit as well. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but they can do a lot of obnoxious status and things. There are a lot of things that can come out of this Absol. I forget if it can learn Aerial Ace. Okay, that's easy, clean to beat. This Donphan is sometimes impossible to one-hit kill. I think this is one of the fights where if I had Twisted Spoon equipped, I would be in the gold. But for now, I want to make sure I didn't want to spend the time moving items around. Maybe that was a mistake. Who knows? Yeah, this is not an instance where I was 1/10 of the damage away anyways. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set myself up to cleanly kill the Tentacruel that comes on out, or at least knock it down to Mach Punch range. Okay, that's going to get Mach Punched. I'm going to go ahead and send another Psychic at this time Ampharos. And now, barring anything going horribly wrong with this Ampharos. Oh, wow. Wow, my crits are happening in the right places. Both this and the Togetic Those are Pokemon that would take extra turns to beat otherwise if I did not end up beating them when I did. So I'm absolutely thrilled right now. This is going totally according to plan. Better than according to plan, because this is also saving me a PP of Psychic, which may have long-term implications as far as when I need to heal on up. So barring for example, a really unfortunate fainting, I think we're off to a very good start here. So I'm going to try something a little different that I haven't done before, just a bite into Mach Punch here. If I got that critical hit on Chimecho, it would have fainted. Oh well, I wasn't expecting to get that lucky. Oh, look at that. I was super, super lucky. Okay, anyways, I'm now going to fire off that bite against Chimecho to finish it up, and Mach Punch against Kecleon. I forget if this accomplishes anything except for saving a PP of Psychic that I'm pretty sure I don't even need to save. Alright, Noctowl. This thing definitely needs to get double teamed, and if I was a better player at the game, this was one of the parts that I was trying to remember to incorporate an intervention. So I definitely need a quick save before this round, as a flying type move out of the Noctowl absolutely makes me turn around, ruins the whole damn thing. Nope, Psychic I can take care of, that is totally fine. Dig out of Mightyena, sure, it cost me a turn, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this round's turning out so far. Definitely things paying off. Yep, sure enough, not even doing any damage. Hilarious Effect Spore. Just going to go ahead and use the Super Potion now. I don't see why not. And let's wrap this thing up with Mach Punch. Here we go. Alright. Every dangerous fight is going cleanly right now. I'm going to continue clearing every trainer off of this floor and then going to heal up purely for the sake of restoring PP on a Psychic. If I was in a position where I didn't sell all my ethers, now would be the time I could use one of them and probably give me a pretty substantial save of time. Alright. Recently I've been killing the Jump Pluck before I kill the Ninetales. I don't remember why I do this. I forget if it's correct. But I'm sure a Sleep Powder would fuck things up a little bit, so yeah, this is fine. The Ninetales moves are absolutely horrendous. Anyways, I've been saving a couple of Bite PP all over the place, so I'm not horrified. And I'm going to go ahead and knock out the Ninetales this round, because I'm pretty sure this Azumarill also can't do any damage. Oh, look at this. That's great. Tangela, this thing will get one shot by a Psychic anyways, but I guess it's probably fine to just double hit it with a Body Slam as well. Oh wow, you know what? That thing kind of tanked. That's pretty cool. Anyways, going to go ahead and Psychic that, and I'm going to Mega Drain Azumarill because that's just what I usually do. This is also the last chance I will ever get to use that move until this thing gets it deleted with Sky Uppercut. Now I get to show you a cool fun fact about the game. So I just used a move, and then I deleted it before I could execute the move. What does the game handle? How does the game handle that? Well, it turns out the way the game handles that, it completely replaces the move. Okay, I'm gonna double fire off attacks at the Butterfree here, just because this thing can be a menace, and in a different world where I'm the one with Jolteon and Patrick's the one with Espeon, maybe I even catch this thing and try to put it on my team. I would not be surprised if Patrick goes Butterfree on for his fight against me. Okay, anyways, sure enough, I ran out of Psychics. That's okay. I don't need them for the other fight on this floor. And I'm just going to proceed macaroning everything I can see here. Yep, next fight all Espeon's doing is using Bite anyways, so this is totally fine by me. So this fight has a Shadow Pokemon I think I want to catch. Magneton is very well positioned against Patrick's team currently. It's also very well positioned against the Hypno he might catch, even though definitely less well positioned against the possible Arcanine Patrick could be bringing to the team. That's just how the game plays out sometimes. I knew I should have used Sky Uppercut here because it just one-shots the Vibrava. Destiny Bond yet. We'll be ignoring that Wobbuffet a little longer. And I'm going to go ahead and Mach Punch the Vibrava here. Should be a pretty clean turn. Didn't even need to save. Maybe I'm losing a lot of time there. Anything can happen with this Wobbuffet. It's really not a huge deal. I don't know why I sent that at the Magneton instead of at the Wobbuffet. I probably cost myself a turn. It's not that huge of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and Mach Punch the Magneton here. Sure enough, it lived. It'll be a nice, easy catch. Sometimes Wobbuffet's a 2-hit kill here. Sometimes it isn't. It's not a huge deal either way. I'm going to catch the Magneton here purely because if I don't catch it, it'll be more or less final round before I have an opportunity to resist Psychic like this again. This thing also very well counteracts Dodrio that I suspect Patrick will really want to be adding to his team starting next round. Alright, will I get the 2-hit? Absolutely I will. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, head on downstairs for what should be the last heal of Shadow Pokemon Factory. And I will be using all 10 PP of Psychic before I've got it all planned out. I need only 1 PP of Psychic for the boss, and everything else I just got to be a little careful. Then after that, it will just be potions I have to use for the trainers up there, of which have some pretty serious Pokemon. And but otherwise, I shouldn't have to come back here until I'm leaving this place. Alright, head on up here. Ignore the muscly man. He's ignoring me. We're on good terms. And let's go take care of an Angic here with his menacing Pokemon that match up horribly against mine. Speaking of matching up horribly against mine, that is actually definitely not true because this Golduck has Aerial Ace, and if it uses, I literally just reload the round if it crits me and kills me. It's totally fine if it does a bit of damage. I just can't afford for it to crit me. Scratch. See, that's a bit weaker of a move right there. So I think I'll be all right with that one. I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick before a Mach Punch, just because the Sky Uppercut doesn't kill here. I figured why not. Venomoth. This thing will be getting one shot. Confusion, that'll do a whole lot of nothing, especially against Espeon. So good for you, Golduck. You tried your best. I've thought a while about catching this Venomoth because it's one of the better things I can get that just counters a Hypno. I'm assuming I lead it alongside, let's say, Espeon. I can go ahead and set up a substitute. Okay, this was one of the bad things that could happen, but luckily it doesn't one-hit kill, so I can, okay, just make sure I have 6 uses left after this. And I'm going to go ahead and Sky Uppercut this, reloading if it misses. I didn't have to reload if the last one missed, but this one, I think I will. Okay, and that's what could have been a pretty difficult fight, just taken care of like that. If I spared myself a moment, it would definitely be correct to swap my items around here. So fuck it, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna more or less entirely swap. I'm gonna give the Amulet Coin of Breloom and the XP share to Espeon. If I end up losing this round by not reaching my goal by about 5 seconds, you'll know what happened. The idea behind that is that Breloom is part of an experience group that starts to level up a lot slower when it's a higher level. Also, starting about next round, Patrick's going to be able to make some pretty mean adjustments to my team, basically being Dodrio. And if I'm still really relying on Breloom at that point, so I mean, especially since Patrick will be in a position to be less reliant on Shiftry at that point. So basically, it's a very punishable decision if I choose to go that road. That's a lot of damage on Breloom, but at least I'm not confused. I'm going to go ahead and uppercut the Camerupt just because I think it takes literally both of these to kill it. Nope, this I'm remembering wrong. It only takes a Mach Punch to kill it, but we hit anyway, so it's no big deal. If another... please... Okay. Yeah, there is a way for that to go horribly wrong. If there's just a way for that to go horribly wrong. Anyways, this Sea King can randomly kill the Breloom as well, but I'm not too worried about it. Horn attack. Alright. More or less clean all the way around. I'm also going to fight the Sea King there. Just with a bite, not a psychic, just to be efficient with PP and make sure I have enough for the full ceiling. And just like that, as clean as it gets. Okay, I always forget to use the system lever before I go back down. I'm going to take a moment to heal back up, and I'm about to head into the second to last fight of the ceiling here. I'm doing very good on time, and we'll see how much I got to work with where this ends up. This is the fight where I get to see Arbok. Arbok can have Intimidate, and if it does, it's totally worth catching. If it doesn't, it's totally not worth catching. So this is another reason why Magneton was just a maybe, is that if this Arbok isn't worth catching, then it's probably still not worth it for me to take the time for Hypno or Monkey, in which case just purifying the Magneton is probably fine. It probably reveals a little less about the state of the Shadow Pokemon Factory I'm at as well. Okay, I'm confused here. It's not a huge deal. I just need to flute on up and deal with another turn of Huntail attacking. It shouldn't be a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Anyways, I think that's the last PP of Psychic I have to use while on the ceiling. Let me take a quick look here. I think I can just bite the Huntail, unless I get confused again. Of course I did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flute my Espeon 2 turns in a row. I mean, after getting lucky literally the rest of the round, then I think I can take it. And see, that was also a very quick reset because I'm the first attacker this round. Something I would not get if Espeon was using an actual move. Okay, it's showtime. Will I be getting Intimidate? Okay, so this thing is absolutely on the list of things I want to catch. Don't you dare. Okay, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and Mach Punch this Huntail just to get it out of the way. This thing could go ahead and fire off a Shadow Half, which is actually puts it nice cleanly to catch range. Yep, sure enough, I'm going to have to be spamming Hyper Potions after this round, but besides that, I'm cleanly able to catch this thing. So I'm going to go ahead, fire off an Ultra Ball. I think it should be fine at this range. I haven't really tested it, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, just like that. Unfortunately, because I got the Magneton, there's no space in my party for it, so it's not like I gotta use it to help me out in this boss battle I'm coming into. Anyways, gonna go ahead and use a couple Hyper Potions and take on the last fight of the round in excellent time. I'm pretty minutes ahead of schedule. I was really expecting to give you guys a buzzer beater this round, but it's really not looking like that's going to be the case. Anyways, I'm going to actually go ahead and substitute Sky Uppercut to Celia because Lairon always protects here. They always go for a Protect Earthquake kind of combination, and there's really nothing the Espeon can do that round that's beneficial to my game plan. I figure this still gets kind of niche cases where Earthquakes end up getting critical hits. So that's why I do it. And sure enough, get a one-shot to Lairon. Everything is going according to plan here. I'm going to go ahead and double attack the Slowking here because the Ursaring always protects as well. Yep, this never breaks sub. And let's take care of Slowking. See, like clockwork, this BII in this is unfortunately a little predictable. Oh, I think I critted it there, which is totally unnecessary because Psychic one-shots this thing anyways. It does kind of put me in a position where if I really wanted to live my dreams, I could try to catch the Primate, but I don't think that's my plan for this time around. Just gets so countered by Patrick's Hypno, it gets so countered by a Dodrio that Patrick plans to go in anyways. It pushes him towards all the wrong things that I don't want him to be going, to be beating my team. So we're gonna keep out of moving him in that direction. Sure enough, this round, like absolute clockwork. I think I will just be feinting this Hypno, even though I'm doing really good on time right now, like actually obscenely good on time right now. Especially if this paralyzes. Yeah, I mean, it's tempting. It's really tempting, but I just don't think I'm going to use it. That being said, I have so much time. I can absolutely send down the Magneton. I can absolutely get Double Edge on Breloom. I might be able to even get myself to Citydark Isle with this round. So just huge time saves this round. Really showing the positives of kind of just rehearsal. I was barely getting past this fight in rehearsal, and to see things have turned around and made such drastic improvements definitely is going to be necessary for finding the edge in the late game that I definitely could not find in the early game. Speaking of, yeah, I mean, where this is the story of things to come. I don't know if Patrick's going to be showing up to this round with multiple purified Pokemon. I don't know if he's planning on showing up to next round with multiple purified Pokemon. I think for either of us to do that, it takes drastic time losses. Even right now, I'm about to spend 6 or so minutes dedicated purely towards team progress rather than story progress. I'm doing this because if I have a positive winning record heading into the finals, that gives me more or less a huge advantage in the terms of how I can construct my team, of which I'm sure I'll talk plenty more about in those rounds. But anyways, I just picked up TM Thunderbolt, one of the more powerful TMs in the game. I think my plan is to use that on Starmie, but we'll see how the cards play out. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the sense I need to purify this Magneton and anything that's remaining in the PC. And I'm also going to go ahead and get Double Edge on this Breloom right now, just to make sure it packs an absolutely massive punch to anything that wants to switch in on it, including Hypno. Alright, Double Edge. I'm going to go ahead on Breloom here. Absolutely, I will make something forget. Body Slam, go away. And just like that. I've thought about taking a little bit of time right here to try to get myself a berry, but I just don't think it's going to be worth the time. Okay, Mirror Radar, obstructing my running, and I'm going to go ahead and straight Rush Sense. That's more like it. Alright, let's go purify some Pokemon. Of course, the amount of time this takes is completely determinant on the amount, basically their natures. I mean, that's always what's completely deciding for... I hate this mechanic. If I had a real controller here, it would be a lot easier to get that Growlithe out of the center. But as is, actually, I need to have this in the invent over the Delcatty because I need to be taking the leftovers off this thing. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead, get out of the way, and we're about to see if my clicks are okay. So this is something I could really take my time with, heading into basically every other round of the game. But this is the first time I've really had to use clones in the actual like hour, and so we will see if my method for doing this is fast enough. It's more that down and not accidentally closing out of the menu. That's going to be absolutely huge. I also have to make sure that I find time for Firestone. As you can see, my method of getting those 2 Mons in the storage box as early as I could into the round is not just saving me a lot of time putting sense on them, but is saving me a lot of saving me a lot of sense, just total, that I'll now be able to use later in the game. This might save me a trip from a gate as I head into purifying the Mons that are going to be necessary for next round. Alright, this one's definitely going to take a bit of a moment. We're going to find out, it'll take somewhere in the 20s usually to purify this thing, but I'm sure it depends on the nature. I have not quite done the math on exactly what it takes for this Magneton. All I can say is that even if it was one of the tougher to purify mons of this round, like Hypno or Primeape, I would have had time to do it in this situation, even with one of the worst natures. It's just a matter of getting them in there, purified, and getting the Firestone on the dog before time runs out here. Which should be no problem. I'm ready, as long as they're ready to purify with more or less a minute and a half left over. And I'm more than a minute ahead of that in time. Then I'm just thrilled. Okay. I decided to catch the Arbok. Right, maybe I should have been doing that instead, but here we are. I will at least make sure it's in the purified chamber heading forward. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and purify these 3 just because I think it's better in the Hypno case than this Arbok. We'll see if I get punished because Hypno is definitely a good Pokemon. I think this is the chamber I will be putting Arbok in. Just because it's it's a nice Pokemon to try to get purified for the next round. I don't think it's totally necessary this round, especially since Beedrill already opens me up enough to random new Psychic types. And this is all 3. I just have to make sure to withdraw the dog from the PC, and after that, maybe put some more shadows back into the shadow chamber here. It was a bit irresponsible to... here I go again. Oh, it's a girl puppy. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and throw Arbok on in here. I'm going to go ahead and take Growlithe on out. While I'm here and I have time, I'm going to go ahead and withdraw the leftovers over here. I just need to make sure I get the Firestone on the dog before the clock strikes 0. There'll be a little bit of an animation that plays. It's a 5-second way to cheat the system, but I think it's pretty low consequence in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to go ahead, do a little bit of story mode here while I can. I think I have time to ride on over to Cidark Isle. Alright, there he is telling me about the Master Ball. If I did this before everything else, it's going to be a little close. It's going to be a little close. So if I don't get my dog, call me an idiot. I told you guys I'd get you a buzzer beater. I need to get over here and watch Greevil do his Dark Lord of the Sith thing and then go to the menu and Firestone it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh fuck, 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 fuck. 3. Fuck. Yes! Wait, my timer's... My volume's off. I don't know if I made it. Did I make it? Oh god, my timer wasn't on. I think... Did I make it? Did I make it? I'm gonna have to check the VOD. I'm gonna have to check the VOD. Did I make it before the buzzer would have beeped? Oh god, guys. Alright, I'm gonna go check the buzzer. I'm gonna check the VOD. Oh my god. I totally did not make it. I did not get to this Arcanine whatsoever. So, I'm going to have to, obviously that's a kind of big loss. Not having that as an out to Shiftry is pretty awful. It's also pretty bad against, not having that against a lot of the Pokemon Patrick could have this round. I could bring the Growlithe. But that definitely is going to require a bit of rethinking because obviously this is not an Arcanine. It's a fake Arcanine. This is a Growlithe. So I'm probably just going to bring Delcatty in that place. Very, very disappointed. I mean, I was off by a single second, guys. By a single second. As every moment counts in the games Patrick and I play. So obviously, disappointing result. I think I still have a pretty powerful spot heading into the fight with Patrick, and time will tell. Okay, Oh, I have to choose a name. Let's see here. We're gonna go for the name you've chosen is registered. Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
Monkey. Okay.
Oh, your name. Yeah, your name has changed every single time, hasn't it?
Oh my gosh.
How does that work logistically? Because like I don't know about you, but like copying over previous save files, that saves.
It loads it in my like browser's cache, so it's the same every time, even though there's no real account.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, there you are.
Wait. Oh yeah, you could just change your name willy nilly. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, for the sake of you sending invites to me, I'll keep it nice and simple.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. Sure enough, there they are. Wow, 42, my fella. That is what we see there. Of course.
Speed this.
Wait, sorry. Can we wait? We need to reload the fight because I forgot a move.
No. Holiday tradition for you, it seems.
Yeah, only this time I'm actually going to take you up on it when I fuck it up the very first round. Yeah, this is wildly a tradition for me, though. Okay, let me quickly check every other mon here.
Yeah, this is a chance for me to triple check.
You do not change your lead, you bastard.
Of course not.
You bastard. How dare you?
Of course
How dare
not.
you even think of it? Let me actually. Last time I did this, it didn't even save. So let me validate that. Okay. Now we're in for it. There's already a challenge between us.
Oh, I already know what's fucking coming with this name. Oh, yeah, the fucking time for it. Ugh. No.
Can you close the window of our fight?
Sure.
You know, maybe it's a bluff. Maybe I'm just trying to get in your head. Alright, well, I'm not outspeeding this. Jesus Christ, all the way to 42. Holy crap.
Yeah, you fucking figures, right?
Wow. Oh my god, wait, we literally need to redo it again. I'm sorry, I'm still...
You fucking scumbag.
Jesus Christ. What am I doing? What am I doing?
You forgot to teach your freaking Breloom Earthquake.
I wish it learned Earthquake. You better believe this thing would have Earthquake if it could learn it. You better believe it.
Wait, does it not learn Earthquake?
It would change my life.
I thought that basically every fully evolved mon gets Earthquake. This
I
is
wish.
what I was prepared for, in fact.
I wish. No, I had to resort to a more monkey Earthquake user.
A monkey.
Well, I mean, we're both just, round after round turning up with monkey Earthquakes. So we'll see how it goes. Did you turn up with Arcanine? Alright, but the invite's sent again. Third time's the charm. Alright, why'd the volume play this time? We are...
For the record, I currently have a 2-0 on this individual match.
Yeah. Hey, you forfeited the first one.
On this one, I win the best of 3.
Alright, what is your plan? I mean, you could set up screens here. That's a little scary. Well, if I knew how to do damage calcs, this is where I'd figure out how bad it is if you thunder my cat. Did I lose you? No? Okay. It's a risky strategy.
No. Oh, never mind. right, exactly what I needed.
That does nothing now. Why can't a fella just stay over leveled?
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that, right?
Well, you're gonna hit the sing? Oh, you're not even gonna try it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You're not even gonna try it.
No. All right, this has to work.
So that was Thunder. Did you get to Thunderbolt?
God, this has to work. Please, just work. That would be nice. That would be nice. Please work.
God, what crazy shit are you planning here, Patrick?
Please just work.
Are you trying to do some scumbag shit with outspeeding me and swaggering me? Is that the plan? Okay. Oh.
That's fine.
All right, there's Intimidate.
You bitch. You bitch.
Where's the fake out? Sure enough. Okay.
Fuck this thing.
Well, to be fair, I warned you.
Fuck this thing. Fuck this thing. Fucking hate this fucking thing.
Bro, just do damage to it. Lol.
Fucking hate it. Fucking hate this thing.
What the fuck is the display setting? God damn it.
Fucking hate this thing. I was afraid of this thing.
Yep.
And now it's here.
That's the plan. Just swagger it.
I would look like a cool guy if I did that, wouldn't I?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the plan.
Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. Brain.
Just, alright, so we're going to go swagger on that, and we're going to Giga Drain the Sand Slash, please.
So stupid. Oh, God.
Giga Drain Sand Slash, swagger the Magneton. It's simple.
That's more than acceptable.
Uh-huh.
That's more than acceptable. You know how acceptable that is? It's even more than just a little acceptable.
Wow, that's pretty acceptable.
Clickety clack. This game is whack.
Yep.
Acceptable.
Who replaces? Gligar's back in. We're doing this shit again, fellas. We're doing this shit again. Okay.
Now we're playing the feud. Yeah, double edge it, damn you. It'll be super good.
Yeah, this is an absolute beefcake of a physical magneton. I'm warning you. Well, I double edged it.
Oh my goodness.
I did what you said.
Oh my goodness. You were supposed to go for him.
I know I was.
You were supposed to.
I was supposed to Mach Punch it.
Fucking asshole. That crit was very necessary.
Oh my god, so lucky. There we go. Got him. Got him.
She wrote.
Ah, Shadow Ball on my salad, huh? Right over there.
Alright, Shiftry. It's time to pop out the performance of a fucking lifetime.
Cheers to that, Shiftry.
Murder this. Murder this. That's not what I needed. I needed a crit, thank you. Ugh.
I believe in you. Bonk.
Don't flinch. Okay.
My salad, no!
Hey, guess what? That's the last round. That thing's going to be useful, so I hope you enjoyed him. I super hope that you enjoyed the shit out of him.
I did, and I will definitely miss him as he runs into a Dodrio and literally starts crying. Like, weeps through the showdown simulator.
Just like in a simulation. Oh, that's good.
Yes, double edge! Oh, Thunder. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, you know, fucking flex. You're not going to even pop off a double edge on me.
No. We're just thundering here. Lightning and
cool.
thunder. Okay. That means we are now even, Patrick. 3-3.
Dude, you can't tell. I can't express how fucking pissed that I was not able to capture something that I'm not currently able to purify.
I mean, to be fair, if you were able to catch it, it sounds like you were at least a couple minutes away from getting it purified. But anyways,
yeah,
I mean...
But this is like, man, taking the time to fucking purify stuff is like, while you're on the clock, it's like, man, I need to be making progress.
Yep.
Because the fucking end game just matters so much.
It really does. No, I mean, now you got... It's honestly a huge advantage, 5 minutes of sensing things at this point. It was, if you thought, there's nothing I can scent that'll make me win this round, taking the L and saving, using story progress and waiting to scent things for a little later, that's kind of huge.
Spent half a dozen cents on the Lunatone, but otherwise I've been rather fucking conservative with the stuff.
Well, that means you are a fucking rich right now, Patrick.
And those spoils will be going towards something a little bit more impressive than the level 18 Flaffy.
I am pretty sure you're not just showing up with a Dodrio next round, and I'm pretty scared about it.
Yeah.
No, Dodrio and Hypno at the least, I imagine. But anyways, time yourself for however long it takes you to finish the Gorgon fight, and make sure that then you take the full 5 minutes of trekking your ass out of the Shadow Pokemon Factory, like a huge time save, honestly, and picking up all the rare candies and shit on the way, and then you lose that time from next round. All right, we are clear on the rules. I didn't even have to bring out the monkey. What did I put all this effort into the monkey for?
I know it's like, uh, literally everything I did here was just to stop the monkey, and that it just will stop all of your things. Except maybe Magneton. Oh God.
Well, blessed be the Breloom for the last round in which he carried. Yeah, all right. I will get your next round of planning in, and I'll face you next round tomorrow, Patrick.
All right, sounds good. Have fucking fun, you piece of shit.
You love you.
Fuck you. Have a good night. Yeah, fucking dinosaur.
Even record, everybody. I can't believe I didn't get to use the Beedrill. He was gonna absolutely lose his shit when I brought out the Beedrill with the Twin Needle, and I didn't even get to do it. Now all I'm gonna do is I mean, he made the honestly like the my intuition of how the round had to go anyways play of just focusing on progress and not really getting new additions to the team, which honestly was the progress focused way to go about it. He's hiding something because that Jolteon's level 42 and the Shiftry isn't anywhere near that, which I guess thinking about it could just be an XP share on the Jolteon, but I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe it. I think Patrick's planning on going for the more or less my last round strategy of just training up two Pokemon with more or less boom, 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 sensing down things in the late game. But I'm going to give him less rounds to try that out than he thinks. Anyways, next round is the difference between a positive record and the negative record, and very well maybe our penultimate, kind of round, our last single game round. So I'm going to try to catch Patrick off guard with progress again. I think he is behind me in terms of progress, which means it's very possible for me to deny him a Salamence. And anyways, this fight went about as cleanly as it could have. I think he was in a really tough position for this fight. I mean, just looking at the level of his Fillermons, it's nowhere comparable to the level of mine, even the ones that are just holdovers from last round, such as Sandslash and Delcatty, and just leaning on the higher level Pokemon of my team was more than able to take care of his round. I think Patrick kind of expecting Shiftry to be doing enough after it sets us up a sub, instead of just having me ignore it, is starting to bite him a little bit in the ass. Even though maybe that's just a temporary thing, who knows? We will find out. And Jolteon, it's definitely high level. Definitely taking a lot of hits, and definitely have to watch out for that Swagger. I got lucky that my one Lumberry Mon ended up being the target for it. That's a sign that the Lumberry was placed appropriately. But it's definitely, scary that this thing will be, and if he keeps the XP share on it this whole time, will be much higher next round alongside a whole team of level 35 or so Pokemon heading into next round. It's very scary. Patrick's got 5 minutes to work with right now, which if I knew I was going to have 5 minutes after this fight, I would have totally caught the Hypno. I would have the Arbok totally purified. I would be totally reworking my purified chamber. Like, once we get into this late period of the game, we can expect drastic improvements in team structure from 5 minutes. So the catch-up mechanic, if it wasn't before, and to be fair, it absolutely was, it is going to drastically improve Patrick's ability to adapt to next fight, including to Miss Breloom over here, Miss Salad. And I'm just gonna continue trying to win through that. In hindsight, was it a bad idea to not bring the Arbok? Absolutely. I should have purified the Arbok over the Magneton. But the Magneton is an absolute pain in the ass for Patrick to deal with, and as he said, he wanted to be able to adapt to what he saw this round. So I wish, he didn't see the Magneton, because that's going to be a pretty easy one to adapt to from this following round. Is basically catching and purifying the Primeape is probably incredibly powerful for Patrick, because the Breloom gets so hard countered by a lot of the Pokemon he can catch, and then after that it's just a single monkey smack from killing the Magneton. I think I might have sold him on me being on Monkey, It took my entire username, but that's a free little earworm right there. I have no intention of catching and training up the monkey. I'm getting the Earthquake on an Altaria next round. Next round is arguably the most important round before literally the finals. It might be the last round before the finals, but I plan on changing more or less 4 whole members of my team if I can get away with it. As of right now, those members are Altaria, Magmar, and maybe just leaving it at that and running these 2 back. And stretch goals are Kangaskhan and I guess Arbok should realistically be ready by that point in the round. And let's see, what else? Maybe the Rapidash. These all counter the Shiftry very well, which, to be fair, I don't know is really necessary. But, having a plan for the Dodrio and a plan for both of Gorgon's Mons is going to be pretty important for me next round. So I am definitely going to have to do a bit more planning than I was, because it's definitely seeming like Patrick is in a great position to have 5 extra minutes. And I'm definitely going to have to do a lot of thinking. That being said, Patrick's adjustments to this team, I think, will be a little shorter sighted than he may imagine. I'm going to be blowing through an absolute load of sense next round, and I am thrilled about it. Let me quickly check up how many I'm actually ending this round with, and if I will need to be returning for more sense. 37. I think I'm more or less going to have to do the Magmar from scratch, even though there will be a whole period. Actually, I can. It's a very minor detour to run to a gate in my plan. Let's see, any other big ideas of things I need to accomplish for next round? I need to take another look at TMs and screens. If I'm going to be working Earthquake into my team, then that means this is more or less my last opportunity to be picking up Protect, especially since I'm going to need... I'm going to be running Magmar as a pretty reasonable counter against a lot of what Patrick seems to be bringing out, at least neutrally. So maybe that's regrettable. We'll find out. Anyways, Arbok will probably be pretty good against multiple Pokemon Patrick's going to be bringing, including any surprise catches from next round. I think finding the time to purify things this round obviously won me this round. At the end of the day, Patrick was screwed from the very start. Patrick more or less running last team back meant he was gonna lose that fight for the exact same reasons. I could have probably not brought either of these entirely and just ran last team back with the updated levels and won the same way. Even though Magneton being an absolute wall against what Patrick could bring, I'm sure he was worried about it, and maybe it pushes him a little bit off Hypno. But yeah, I think you didn't see him at all this round, but the Gay Agenda, this ought to be their last round. And Sandslash, I don't see making it past this round either. Both Magneton and Beedrill, especially Magneton, I do see coming back next round, if only because I do expect the Dodrio next round. And Beedrill, we'll have to see. It loses to a lot of the potential new additions to the team, but it very cleanly answers a Shiftry substitute with that Twin Needle. Probably better than any other move in the game. That's about all I have to say about this round. I think it's hilarious that it took me literally 2 tries to fix this Breloom move pool. And so somebody can go ahead and get me disqualified for that and count this as a win in Patrick's book. I'll be okay. Anyways, Patrick hopefully isn't able to adjust to this too well. Hopefully isn't able to make too crazy use of his 5 minutes. And if I just maintain this lead a little longer, I'll be able to win the whole thing. Anyways, that's all I got to bring up. That's enough for me.